Okay, so I put a little presentation together. They like just 3 slides to show the people that have no clue what to do, where to go and how to download it. So I'm going to share my screen with you in any way because I do want to run through boards. So give me one moment. Let's just get this up. Okay, great. So guys, welcome to the training. We are going to talk a little bit about boards and why, how, and what to do with it. So number one is obviously we want to know what is boards. Boards, basically broken down, is a filing system. It files your information. So that is the first benefit of boards. Information gets filed and you can then easily find it. Number two, that's a very big benefit, is you do not have to save anything on your phone anymore. It's all on boards. It's all on YouTube. You don't need the big videos. You don't need to overdo it with saving space and whatever else. You have all of it now on boards and you can just send out links. Guys, can you see my screen? Mike, is my screen visible?
Yes,
I just want to make sure.
absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely.
perfect. Great. So now obviously the first thing is like what, how, where. And as you can see, Boards is a mobile app that you can download on your phone, or you can actually also use it in a browser on your laptop. We have on my left-hand side, we have a browser. So once you put boards.so in the browser, it'll open up and you sign in. You need a link to the boards, so make sure you've got the link to join the Elite Team Global Legacies boards. You don't want to end up on the wrong boards. With this link, you can on your phone just click on it and it'll open up, either in the Apple Store or in the Google Play Store, depending on what phone you have. You then, number one, need to download the app. Once you've downloaded the app, very importantly, you need to register. You need to put in your email and whatever, like sign up. As you can see here on my screen, you need to sign up. Don't forget to sign up. A lot of people download the app and they're like, damn, I'm done. You're not. You need to still sign up. You need to be able to access the boards. So it's not just about, mine says open. Yours, if you've not downloaded it, will say download. Because I've already downloaded it, it doesn't say that now on my phone. So here it will say install. You will install it. You will sign up, full name, email, password. Don't forget to sign up. Once all of that is set up, you will have access to the boards. Once you have access to the boards, the following still also needs to be done. Now, I know this is a difficult one because apparently a lot of people have many different problems. That is a very difficult thing for me to identify right now because I didn't have any problems. I was very lucky. I downloaded it and it was there immediately. I needed to do nothing else. But if you do need to set it up, Android, this is where you go. You will go to the settings of your phone. You will look for general management, something to do with language, keyboard, that kind of thing. Because remember, you want to install the board's keyboard. You will then look for keyboard list and defaults, somewhere where you can change the settings of the keyboards on your phone. And then as you see at the bottom, the list of keyboards will pop up because it will be available. It might just not be activated. If it's not, you need to move this little toggle to the side to activate the boards. That is for Android. Now moving over to Apple, that's also a little bit difficult for me because I have an Android phone, but this is kind of the same thing. You're going to be looking for keyboards. Once you go into keyboards, you're going to be looking for the board's keyboard and make sure it's activated. Once it's activated, it's very easy to use. Now, I see a lot of people that say, oh yes, in WhatsApp, you can use it. you can use boards anywhere where you would type anything with your keyboard. So boards can be used everywhere. It can be used in your notes. Sorry guys, let me just mute this participant. Great. So you can use it anywhere where you can type anything because it's an extra keyboard on your phone. So let's just sum this up for understanding purposes. Boards is a mobile app best used on your phone. It's a filing system. Nothing is saved on your phone. You've just got the app on your phone and the rest is all basically in the cloud of boards. You just grab onto these little files and information links and texts. How do you do that? You do that through the board's keyboard. Now, once you've downloaded, you must register. Once you've registered, you will be in boards. And then you make sure you activate your board's keyboard so that you can use it anywhere where you would type something on your phone. It's actually pretty easy when you understand how it all fits together. Okay. So moving along. Why are we moving along? There we go. Okay, great. So I'm going to show you how this works. I used WhatsApp because it's the one that people probably use the most. Once you are in WhatsApp, on the left-hand side, we have Apple. You'll be in WhatsApp, and as you can see, there's a red block at the bottom. It's a globe. So if you've got an Apple phone, you look for the little globe at the bottom. Once you click on that little globe, it'll give you the option to choose the board's keyboard. Once you do that, the board's keyboard pops up like this, as you can see here. You can immediately see this is boards. Here is an English, French, Spanish. Now, this is also the Android version. Android is bottom right. It does unfortunately not show when you screen print on your phone because it's a setting. But as the little globe for Apple is bottom left, for Android, it's a keyboard bottom right. It'll be in the corner of your actual screen. So when you want to type by WhatsApp, you go bottom right, you'll see a little keyboard. Once you tap on that, you'll be able to choose your board's keyboard. Let's just go back so you can see. So it'll look exactly like this here, where it gives you the option of different keyboards. So mine is Samsung. I've got Google Voice, typing, Bitmoji, boards. That's the one you'll be looking for. So once you click on the little globe or on the keyboard, one left or one right, depending on which phone you have, you'll have the option of choosing the board's keyboard. Once you select the board's keyboard, boards pops up like you can see here on my screen. You can choose whichever boards you want to work on or send from. And then all you need to do is click on the message. Once you go into these files, you find what it is that you want to send and you just click. Now, I want to highlight, because I've heard this many times, so I want to highlight. Do not be scared to use the boards. You cannot break it. You cannot delete anything. You can do nothing wrong. So don't be scared to use it. Try it out. It really is a lot of fun once you know how it works. And I mean, the filing system itself is pretty logical. You don't have to think it up. You don't have to guess. Everything is right there for you. You just need to go in and you need to get to know boards. You need to go check out the flow, where to find everything. And once you've mastered that, it'll be so easy to use. So from here, before we go to Q&A, actually, I want to just escape here and go to boards. Okay. So it does look a little different on my laptop. So in a browser, it's slightly different, but the structure is obviously still the same. So another thing that I want to mention, because sometimes people go into boards, they see the first layer of it and they're like, oh, that's nice, great. Boards has got many layers. You need to think of it like the filing system on your computer. It's a file within a file and then a document, or sometimes it's a folder, sorry. It's a folder. And how do you know it's a folder? Do you see this little gray area here at the top? That means it's a folder. That means it opens up into something else. So when we click on that, you see there are many folders inside of that folder. And as you can see, they're all folders. You see the little gray part at the top. So let's just go to first information. Once you go into first information, you see these little info blocks. That one has. These do not have the folder, the little gray part at the top. That means that's the end. That is the information that you need or not. So once you click on that on your phone, it will automatically populate into a message. It will not open up like it does on my laptop. So on your phone, if you click on something that's not a file, it will populate as a message. So the only thing that's really important to look at is if there's something in there. So you want to put a name. Hello, Mike. Hello, Lynn. You want to put a name in. So you can just scroll up to the top, put in a name, put whatever you want to put. You can edit, you can change, and then you click send. So once you find something on your phone that does not have this little gray part at the top, it's not a folder, it will populate into a message immediately. So like here, you do not want to be sending this message like this. You don't want to, by accident, populate and just send and leave it. You don't want it saying, hi there, hi, this is your name. You want to put a name in. So that is, and of course, the telephone number. So that's quite important. I think what helps people identify what populates, because I know people get a fright, it populates and then they send and then it's wrong. And then you can just unsend or delete for everybody. You can undo that. So don't be scared to use boards. Like I said, you can't accidentally delete anything because you will have a link just to view and use. You won't have one to edit. So you can't break it and you can't delete anything. Worst case scenario is you send a message that says, hi name. Then you unsend it and you just redo it. You put in the name, put in the phone number and send. So the one thing to remember there that makes it a little bit easier to navigate is this little gray part. I know it sounds silly that I'm going on about the file, but that's what helps you identify. If I click on this, it'll open up into something. It's not going to just populate a message. Because the thing is, if you go click on this, it sends it immediately because it's a PDF. It just sends it. So that is probably the most important part. The rest is all about going in and playing with it because you need to learn to navigate it. It's actually very, very logical and set up the whole flow of this system. And it works really, really well because this is how you would go through the process. So you would start by prospecting, inviting, first information, tools. You have everything at your fingertips here. And like I said, it's a very easy process. If you go into product information, you see it's a file, you go into Celgevity. You see there are files and there are documents. That's a file, these are documents. You can just click and send from here. Now, as I mentioned before, it does look a little bit different on a phone, but this is the basics. Like you do not need anything else. You just need to, very importantly, go download, register, and get into boards. Once you get in, once you go look at everything, it will make sense. And remember, folders and documents. Once you can do all of that, you can navigate boards. And that is also the thing here, like you can see, this is like a filing system. Everything is there and you do not have to save it on your phone. Like here are all the links to the websites you would need. You don't need to go look for it. If someone asks you for something, look, these are YouTube videos. You're not sending the video to someone. You don't have to download the video onto your phone and then send it to someone. You send it from boards because These videos are housed on YouTube. You do not have to have them yourself. You just send the link to someone. They do not have to go download a whole video to go look at it. A lot of people have that problem, the data problem and the storage on their phone. These videos are big. You don't want to be downloading these things onto your phone. And that is why this is such a great app to use. These things all sit in the cloud. They do not clog up your phone. They don't use up your data. All it is you click on the link and it's a video that sits on YouTube that you can send your prospects or whoever that wants to know about these products. So that is basically everything that I can cover from my side. So I want to go back and say,
Marcel,
I'm here now for questions.
Marcel, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so I just want to share, this morning I had somebody who texted me and said to me, hey, Mike, I want to advertise on Facebook and I want to have all the banners. And I said, can you send it to me? And I said, no, I won't, because it's all on boards. And you see how fast that she went down there, okay? All the banners are there. All the products are there. So for if I would be me and I said, okay, I want to put this on social media. If I have this on my computer, my Facebook is on my computer, and I just send and I put it right on my Facebook from my computer or my phone, one or the other. But look at all the stuff that's there. So somebody says to me, I don't know what to post 5 times a day. Well, guess what? There's 4 Infuse right there. Metaswitch, there's like 5 or 6 pictures that you can do. Everything is there for you at your fingertips for you just to take it and just put it on social media. So if people see you posting 4 or 5 times a day different products, people are going to ask you, because what I tell people is attach your story. Every time you put a product testimonial, attach your story to it. And it's really that simple. Another thing, if you want to stay right there, when we say assignments, if you want to click assignments and you say, well, what are some of the assignments? And when you click on there, it gives you general assignments. You just go simple assignments, use the product, detailed compensation plan, watch a couple of videos to give to your new people. You know, when we say with prospects, I want you to drip on prospects, but we also drip on new associates. You know, I've got here Ibrahim, that's on this call right now. He lives in Isiolo. He's the furthest associate in Kenya. He like 9.5 hours. Look at the freaking smile this guy has. He drove 9 hours to come and see me. And he said, Mike, I can't do anything until, because he's a politician, until tomorrow, because tomorrow is when they vote in Kenya. And I called him today. I said, listen, I did what you told me. He couldn't do nothing since I left. He says, call me when I finish. And so this is what's really incredible, is what's going to happen. Here, let me decline this. What's going to happen is that people are resonating with this and saying, oh my gosh, Mike, I can't believe the information that I thought we never had. We have it all here, and then some. We have information. So it's like, this is your university. Don't think that you're going to learn everything in there in a couple of hours, because let me tell you, I've probably went through, I'm going to say easily 50 hours through here to take a look at every button, every file, because to me, you know, when she says that little gray bar in the top, it's like a file. I got to tell you, the first time she said it, it went over my head. I didn't really pick it up. And I know some of you are like me. It took me the second time that I listened to it. I'm like, oh, that's what she meant. It's a file. When you open it up, there's other things happening. And again, today she said it again. I said, I bet you there's people that said, moment, oh, there's another file to open. So, and our boards are updated I try to update boards every single day. I try to change something, or somebody tells me I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And all the price lists, if you want to go back one more, the list for Kenya, Cameroon, it's done once a week, because, you know, sometimes corporate changes different things. Tanzania, so it's changed once a week. Everything is there. So it's really incredible to have everything at her fingertips. This lady is amazing. So we're going to open up for questions if anybody has any questions. But before we do questions, John, why don't you share with us how incredible the boards have been for you, and how do you utilize them?
Well, they're a phenomenal productivity tool, but they also offer consistency because you don't have to invent a message every time you want to send something. How did I say that last time? Well, you go with consistency. And when you've got a team of people all using the same thing, you've got duplication. So those are the keys. It's consistency and duplication, and it's a productivity tool. I can go and find a message I'm looking for, tailor it to put their name in perhaps, and then send it. And that takes seconds as opposed to minutes to actually prepare the appropriate message.
Absolutely. All right. Do we have any comments or questions, please? You can ask Marcel or myself or John. Oh, go ahead, Annie Fanef. And Annie, I think you're still on mute. I'm not too sure, but I can't hear you.
Mike?
Go ahead, Vincent.
Yeah, I tried downloading the boards with not long ago, but I don't know, the app that came was named Board Sales Keyboard. So I wanted to know if it's the same thing here.
Marcel?
Vincent, I didn't quite get that. There's a lot of music in the background.
I just turned it off. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, so I was about to download the app not long ago, and what I got was Board Sales Keyboard. So I wanted to know if it's the same thing that we are working with here.
Well, once you click on the link, you can't go wrong. You need to download the app. And if the app shows you a keyboard, that is the right keyboard. But you need to firstly download the app. You can't have a keyboard if you have not downloaded the app. So that's why I said in the presentation here, your number one would be to download the app, fill in. So sign up, then you log in. Once you log in, all of this will be automatic. The only thing would be you'd have to maybe activate it in your settings. So once you have gone through this process of downloading and signing up, the board's keyboard that it shows you is the right one. You don't even have to, that's a no-brainer. You don't need to think about it. That is the right one. And it looks like that. It says boards. The browser is boards.so. So if you want to do it on a laptop, it's boards.so. But once you have the link to the Elite Team Global Legacy boards and you click on that, it's going to prompt everything. You don't need to go look for anything. You don't need to wonder if it's the right thing. You need to click on the right link. It'll send you to your Play Store or your Apple Store, whichever phone you have. You download it, and it's called, as you see there, Boards Sales Keyboard. You click on the link, it says Board Sales Keyboard, it's the right thing. The link is not going to lie, the link is the right one. Click on it, sign up, activate, do your thing. You need to do it, because we can all sit and we can wonder about it or be scared or think we're going to do it tomorrow. I think boards, the amazingness of boards is when you've got it. Boards is not amazing wondering what it is. Boards is only amazing when you have it on your phone. So click on the right link, download, sign up, activate, use. Important.
Okay,
use.
okay. Thank you very much.
Perfect.
All right, next, Annie Fanef, I think you had a question.
I do. I missed what she said to put in your browser to access the board on the laptop.
No problem.
Boards.so.
Board.so. Okay.
Yeah. Let me
Perfect.
type it here for you. Yeah. www.boards.so.
Okay, boards.so. Perfect. Thank you.
And I put in Elite Team Global Legacy WhatsApp. I put both the boards and the boards.so so you can download it. Yes. Anybody else has any questions or comments, please? All right. Well,
Yeah.
let me do the.
One second.
Anybody else?
Yes, I was trying to get on off mute there, or unmute myself. When
No
you're when you're looking at the boards and there's English and Spanish and French, they're not quite the same when you go on to the other boards. They're similar, but the logos are, some of the logos are different on, can you show the difference between that for people just so they, I'm just needing it myself. So there it is in English.
Yep.
Can you show me in French?
In French?
This one is in
That's
French.
French. Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry, I wasn't looking
Yeah,
at it. I was
No
just,
problem. I suppose they are not the same because it gets edited, board gets changed every day, and I'm sure it doesn't like get edited in all languages all the time. So that
Absolutely.
might be it.
okay,
might
I
be
just thought I'd ask because sometimes I'm looking for something for somebody in French, somebody in Spanish, and I can't always line it up, so I'm, that's the
You know
only.
what? Friend, that's a very good question because I had the conversation today on my Spanish call. It's a very good question. Here's what I told them. We cannot align every board with English, French, and Spanish. It's impossible. The boards are made for the people that speak that language. Like I don't speak Spanish, okay? So the boards in Spanish, they don't do anything for me. But the people that speak Spanish, they know exactly because they've told me, well, Mike, there's a few mistakes in the Spanish. And I said, hey, listen, is 80% of the work done? And they said to me, oh, no, 90%. Well, are you complaining or bragging? Because you know what? It's hard to do when you don't speak the language. So I said to them, if there's a mistake, send it to me and then we'll have it rectified. So that's what they're doing now. And we've been doing this for 2 months. So it takes time. But once it's all done, it's amazing. But the English board, there's no mistake because we're all English.
No, of course.
Even a French board, Monique has gone through them and she's found several mistakes. And we've got professional people that speak French, but that's what she used to do for the government. So she's fixing a lot of different mistakes, not a lot, but some mistakes. But it's a starting point in your language of where you want to start, and then from there you go there. So I hope that was useful for you, that they're not aligned, but at least anybody who speaks French. The best thing is if you want to translate something from English, use Google Translate and send it to them so you'll know exactly from the English boards, and Google Translate it, and at least you'll know the message is right. That's what I would do if I wouldn't speak French. If I wouldn't speak French. But the people that do speak French, they're going to love these boards because they're really done well in French. Really, really well.
Yeah, I
Anybody
must confess the translations, I did the translations, but I do not speak French nor Spanish. So the only thing I can vouch for is English.
Well, to share with you guys, I've got a lady, who signed up in Kenya about 2 weeks ago. And the only reason she signed up is I met her in the month of May, and the person that I brought to the table never signed up, but she came in as a guest. And the only reason she signed up, she says, Mike, I'll be honest, I had put her on my broadcast list, and one day the timing was right. She downloaded the boards and she says, Mike, I'm going to tell you, the reason I'm coming in your business is because I love that usually I have to do all this stuff for my team. And now I see everything is done and up to par for Kenya. I love it because sometimes, you're so backwards that, are these really actively the right price list and everything else? And I said, yeah, everything's updated. And she came in just because of the boards. And I've got several people who came in our business, Lynn and I, because of the boards. You got to realize there's some people that, somehow like Miss Monique Montgomery, we haven't been able to download the boards on her phone. She even went to Bell Canada. For some reasons, I don't know, but she's the only one right now that I know of that we weren't able to download the boards on her phone for some reason. But she has a problem downloading WhatsApp also. So, maybe it's a phone issue. But 99% of the people, when they download it, it's like what she said. You get it, you download it, and you've got to you got to follow the simple steps. But once you study and you really look at what we have here, it's just your business is going to double and triple and quadruple, because anybody that comes in your business, you're going to want to send exactly what I sent to you in the Elite Team Global Legacy. I sent you the last 4 items I sent you. Copy and paste that into somewhere where you can keep it around you, whereas the team boards and our website and the assignments and all that, because that's what people are going to want to use. One more thing I want to show you. If you want to go up, Danielle, I want to show them one more thing. If you want to go up. I think it's something down. No, okay, go to US board and then scroll down. I think it's one of the last ones. I want to show something. Oh no, sorry, it's inviting. Sorry, inviting. It's the one above, inviting. So somebody asked me, do you know where? Okay, so go inviting Zoom. Okay, go back. It's one of the ones that says starting conversation, building conversation. I saw it a couple of weeks ago and I've been using it a lot. Oh, warm up messages. Go to warm up messages. Somebody was asking me the other day, you know, Mike, I've got a lot of old friends. I want to do this on Instagram. I want to do this on LinkedIn. Some of you right now are probably going, oh my gosh, I didn't know this was there. So this is something that I use on a daily basis. I go and copy this. This is one of my biggest boards. John, how many times do you use this in one day? And be honest, is it none or is it maybe one or is it 10 times? How many times do you use one of these per day?
One of these,
Yeah,
several times per day. Now I've made my own variations, but yeah, absolutely.
But isn't it? See, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok followers, old contact and compliments, everything is there. Let me tell you that when Ann Turnbull started this a long time ago and got Marcel on the phone with me and we said like, wow, we can have this and get to her website. This page is amazing. Folks, I'm telling you, when you start going through the information, it's information after information. Really I think that the low end, I'm going to say 5 hours, you're going to get the just about what the boards are going to do for you. And don't be scared because that's your university, 4 to 5 hours to go through all the information, but you're going to have so much information after, it's not going to be information overload. I'd rather you do 30 minutes a day in the boards, go see different sections. And by the end of the week, oh my gosh, you are going to be a superstar in what we do. I'm telling you, you're not going to ask me, hey, where do I get this? Where do I get that? Everything is at your fingertips, ladies and gentlemen. It's just second to none.
One of the first things you need to do is browse around the boards and find out where stuff is. So that you can, when you want to send a particular message, you say, oh, I've seen one like that, and I think it's in this folder. And you go into that folder and, oh, there's another folder in there. You open up that folder. Yes, there's the message I want to send. You have to become enough familiar with that you know generally where to look for the thing you're trying to accomplish. And that's the learning curve.
It is. And you know what? Finding new people.
Mike?
Yes.
Hi, Mike. If you allow me, maybe I would love to add up on the boards, maybe, and just comment. Is that okay?
Of course, Kilulu. Go ahead, man.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe I just wanted to share this with everyone. When I started, I remember Mike, he always used to tell me, have you gone into boards? Have you checked the boards? At first, I was asking myself, why is Mike pushing me and saying that go into boards, you know? And I was like, what's up with boards? Then I downloaded it. And then to realize, I got and I learned a lot when I went into the boards. And the beauty is, I just want to tell everyone, the advantage that we have now with the technology, we have WhatsApp, we have all of that, that now with my prospects, I use a lot when I go into boards. I can find everything there. And I recall, Mike, I was asking you last week, it's like, okay, I have a doctor that I want to share something with him. And I was like, okay, what can I tell him as a doctor, which is different from anyone else? And I remember you shared something with me, and then you told me, but it's also in boards. And then I was like, that's too complex to be in boards. Then coming to realize, I went into the boards and I found it there. So what I want to share with everyone is quite very useful. And that's what I do with my prospects, is like, if there's anything they want to know, they ask, I go in boards, I find it there, and it's just very simple. I could just take it there and share it through WhatsApp. It's like, okay, the information that you want, here it is. And I find it in boards. That's how simple it is. So that's what I want to share with everyone. Everything you can find it in boards and is quite very useful. That's what I wanted to share. Thanks, Mike.
Hey, Kululu, did I have to pay you to say that?
No, Mike, I've learned from you, man.
No, no, but here's the reality. I have so many conversations with people on a daily basis. Lynn has so many people that have the same conversation. And she says, you know, it's on the boards. And they say, no, it's not. John just said it. John, can you repeat what you just said before?
The investment you must make in boards is to spend time just browsing around, finding out what's there and where it is. That is a necessary investment in order for you to make use of this facility.
And let me tell you, the way that Marcel positioned the boards, it is really simple because is it prospecting? Is it inviting? Is it the first information? Is how to get somebody started? Is an assignment? You know, raising money to register. I'm going to tell you that I'm going to say 1 out of 2 people that I get involved with, it says to me, Mike, I want to get involved, but I just don't have the money. And I say to them, this is what I say. Okay, true story every time. I'm going to send you the boards. I need you to download them. And I want you to go see raise money to register. And I want you to go through the raise money. There's a hot market option. There's how to register with no money. Find how to find customers. There's several ways. I want you to go through that and get back to me to see what way is best for you. Once I started doing that, oh my gosh, I was able to talk to 5 new prospects and they're doing the work themselves. They have it on the boards and they're coming back and they said, okay, I just made a list. My grandmother says, I'm going to call my grandmother. She's going to take the product. I'll take her money and I'll register myself. And that's what happens. And I even give it to, I'm just trying to tell you, I give it to my prospect. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's okay. I send the link to my prospect. Let me tell you that Lynn and I appreciate so much, Marcel, we appreciate you so much with the hard work, the dedication. You know, she's just an amazing, she's a Max associate. And Lynn and I both love you and admire you because I could never do what you do. Probably the only person who could do what you do, let's give her a round of applause, please. The only person that could do what you do is probably John Hobbs and Russell Lamott. I don't think anybody else could do what you do, okay? But to keep everything intact and it's just unbelievable. So thank you.
But like she said earlier, like what Marcel said, that you can't mess up with it. You just keep clicking buttons, go click. We naturally do that when we go on Facebook or we go on YouTube. You naturally go click and view things. Do the same thing with our boards. Go explore it, and then it'll be easy. You know how much time this saves us? Without the amount of people that we deal with, how much time that we save. So just click, copy, paste, or just send.
Yep.
It's like, oh my goodness.
Unbelievable.
We get to do more people this way than having spent the whole day having to copy and paste or start writing up messages for each individual one. And the thing is with these boards, the message is consistent. It's the same information. Everybody gets the same information.
And let me repeat this. Look at the EliteTeamGlobalLegacy.com. You've got the first 6 videos you send them, plus the boards on there and the website. So you never know when you're going to send it to somebody who says, hey, I want to go do full time. You know, as of the 1st of August, Kululu and his wife Imelda are doing Max full time in Tanzania, right? That's where they live, Tanzania. Not, yes, amazing, amazing, amazing. And so I really appreciate each and every one of you, but let's go out there and really go nuts. You know that Tuesdays and Thursdays is our presentation. And, you know, let's take the challenge. Get 5, 10, 20 people on our calls on Tuesday and Thursday. Let's get your prospects on there. Let's get you this month to a senior associate, to senior associate, to bronze, to silver. You know, Philip Ogada yesterday was only the 7th. There's already senior associate. I said, Philip, this will be the month you're going to be bronze. I was so happy for him. He said, Mike, I'm working. So everybody work. Get yourself to that position that you want.
But like we said on our other call with our team in Ecuador, be consistent and you'll pay off. And they've been working so hard since we last been there
Yeah.
that we see the effects now. They see the effect of by being persistent and consistent every single day, it's paying off now. So yes, it may take a couple of weeks, but you know what? Down from that point on, it will snowball from there.
Absolutely.
And the results, you will see it, and so will your pocketbook.
Absolutely. Any comments before we let everybody go?
I apologize. I still have one question.
Go ahead.
You said to send the link to the boards to your prospects. So what is that link that you're sending? You're
No,
getting the same process that Marcel told us to do?
It is in the Elite Team Global Legacy.com. I just Elite Team Global Legacy WhatsApp. I just put it in there.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. Because what happens is, let's say somebody's a prospect that never seen anything. I don't send it to them. I send it to a prospect that has to make a decision, has no money, or just wants more information. Hey, you want to see what here? I had somebody who said to me, well, what's the difference between you and this company? I said, the difference is our team. That's the difference is our team.
The support.
The support, what we can give you. Let me send you the boards. And several people have signed up in our company. We're very fortunate because of the boards. And I say like, wow, this is really incredible. Just incredible what this is going to do for all of you. And the boards are going to even get better and better and better because there's some of you, a lot of you are giving me feedback. We're changing different scenarios and adding scenarios and we're adding countries. Look, when we started the boards, we didn't have a section for Kenya. We didn't have a section for, for Cameroon. We didn't have a section for Tanzania. Look, we're adding more and more and more.
We're adding things that work.
Yes. And so it's going to be incredible. Any more comments or questions?
I do, Mike. Actually, I have a bit of feedback. Is it possible to put a few more testimonies in the testimonial section? Because there's so many amazing testimonies out there that we've collected from like Monique and John and different other people that I don't see on. I have to go to my other
no problem.
Areas.
What I can do is I can get all of the links and I'm going to send it to Marcel. She can post them on there because I've got them all on YouTube. I think we got like another 9 or 10. And remember, guys, like Annie Fanef, Esther, Kalulu, Ibrahim. I think the rest of you are all done, but some of you did not do your testimonial yet. So if you want to record on YouTube, get a hold of me. We'll do your story, send it to Lynn. She'll verify it. We'll record on YouTube and then we're going to put it on the boards, But again, the testimonial here, let me tell you this. So the other day, Lynn and I went and delivered some stuff, some wood, and this guy had a Steve on Saturday. He had a what? He had a
the same thing as what JF.
JF Lob, whatever JF Lob.
Something.
Okay, same disease. What are the odds? Same disease as JF Lob. Oh my gosh, Myasthenia grava. Yes. That's what it is. And I knew, and so we started talking, blah, 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 blah. And then he had also a stroke. By the time we left, we went into the boards. We sent them 3 stroke testimonials because I know exactly where they are. And he texted me back, says, okay, I want a product. Yep. Okay, that's it. That was like, we weren't even home. Wasn't even an hour. And so Delia, do you know where those testimonials are? Like
some of them I've saved myself. And then the one thing I wanted to mention too, the boards are amazing because I've set up my own board below yours, where that's where I keep my stuff. Instead of having it on email, on WhatsApp, and all over the place during those files. So I find it absolutely amazing.
That's very important for people to know. You're right.
So that was the question I wanted to ask, was exactly that. Like, can we create your board? Because John said that he actually takes our website and he makes them his. So is that a hard process or is it pretty clear?
No, it's
dead simple. It's dead simple.
If I can do it, anybody can.
Yeah.
The thing you have to be careful of is if you put some of the dynamic information like pricing information into yours, you have to be really, really rigorous in terms of keeping yours up to date with what's current on Mike's. So my tendency would be for that kind of information, don't put it into your own boards, just the stuff that you might want to tailor.
Yes, absolutely. Like different scripts and everything else. The scripts are amazing. We're getting better and better and better. And the last getting started we just did. The company's going to be taking it and putting it on their website. So I'm very excited about what we've done. and it's working. It's people are doing it, people are applying it and working it. So it's going to be awesome. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you,
so
thank you.
much.
A lot of superstars here. I can't wait for all of you to rise. All right. Any more comments? So don't forget, next Monday, we'll see you here. And Tuesdays and Thursday, take the challenge, 5 to 10 prospect each. Love you. Appreciate you. We'll see you on the next call.
Thanks, Mike. Bye, yo. Bye-bye.
Guys. Bye-bye.